Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Crypto Tips. My name is Toby.
I'm Heidi.
And this is episode 47 of our AMA questions sent to us by our Patreon members. If you want to check us out on Patreon, you can see our trade alerts, portfolio, everything. We've done classes. We've done really well so far. So anyways, let's get into the question. This is the first question.
Okay. Hi, friends. Thank you so much for all the great content. I heard Toby briefly reference his Christian faith in a video posted a few weeks ago. Could you talk a little more about how your worldview has been shaped by your faith and how it informs decisions you make concerning your crypto investments, lifestyle choices, current events, and or future trends? Well, I mean, as a Christian, it's definitely put a twist on everything that we see in the world. You know, being that this world is temporary and we have a creator that is much more powerful than any kind of crazy government that exists out there. So we have, I think, added comfort and trust due to our faith in that. But also, it's been really interesting being a Christian crypto investor and also a crypto YouTuber, how, it has changed a lot of our decision making. We have a very strong moral code in the motivations for the content that we do put out. For example, we don't offer sponsored content. A lot of people would love to pay us a lot of money to talk about their coin. And for me, that just does not sit right, because the second, I've referenced this many times, but the second money changes hands, it's going to change your view and your bias on that coin. And you're not going to be as honest as you might have otherwise. So that's just one example. Also, just generally, we want to help people improve their lives. And we've experienced it ourselves, coming from where we came from financially before to what crypto has helped us achieve. And so we just want to pass that on to other people. And yeah, there's a lot about, just living a free life and how cryptocurrency helps us achieve that. And also, there's some similarities between central bankers of today and some people that Jesus encountered back in his day.
In the book of John, yeah.
Famous story.
Yeah, so when Jesus flipped over the money changers table, he was angry because these central bankers at the time were selling these things called Tyrian shekels, and they were very expensive, and you had to buy it as your annual temple tax. And, a lot of people couldn't afford it, so that means they couldn't worship God. And that's just a joke, And so that's why Jesus was so angry, but then he flipped their money changers tables over, and, that's kind of what led to his crucifixion. Because, they were pissed. And that really put him on the spotlight. And also, it's just, being a Christian, it's been really hard in a lot of churches that I've grown up in, because like when I first got into Bitcoin, people just made so much fun of me, like in church. It was really difficult because they kind of wanted the status quo. Just let's listen to Dave Ramsey's or whatever, and that's it, where, I've learned who the wolves are still in the Christian churches. That is, one of them is a huge one who claims to be a Christian that claims to be like, the one stop for all Christians for financial advice is Dave Ramsey's, and I can't stand the guy. I think he's a wolf in sheep's clothing. When he tells people to get into the mortgage or take out loans before 2002, 2007, 2008, and then telling people not to buy gold and silver back then instead, and then having the audacity to say people that own Bitcoin are stupid. Just really
slightly triggering.
Really makes me angry. So I would like to be, one of my goals is to help churches and whatever, and whoever, but also, the people that, kind of, help my faith along as well. So I think it's really important for me to give back in that sense, and I feel like I am also giving to charity. We're not into Lambos, we're not into, giant mansions or whatever, or mega yachts. It's just no interest in that at all. I don't care about a $10,000, $20,000 watch. Couldn't care less. I don't think that's, and for me personally, for Heidi and I, that's just not in the plan.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We're more into traveling experiences,
seeing this beautiful world that was created for us.
Exactly.
And the people who inhabit it.
Yes.
And learning from people that we meet and helping them if we can, if they need it.
And gaining citizenships that allow a little more freedom of movement.
Yeah.
Those are what are worth more to us than just these things, these other things, so.
But regardless, it's all material.
Yeah.
Everything that we're experiencing right now is material.
Sure.
There's something much bigger out there going on. But
it's good, we're able to give back to charities and
there's also somewhat of a conflict, right, between this thought of like chasing money and like worshiping money and investing in Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies and spending all day trying to figure out how to be successful in that, and being a Christian as well. But there's a lot of people who spend their life, their God-given life, in a job that they hate that isn't necessarily contributing to the best of the society, or they aren't able to otherwise pursue their passions in life that they otherwise might have been designed to pursue. And for us, investing in cryptocurrencies, or finding success that allows you that type of freedom to explore that, to really benefit the world in a better way, I don't think that's anything to be ashamed of.
Sure.
So,
exactly. I mean, we love doing this. This is part of our calling.
Yeah.
And so, I am designed, like I'm created to go and wired to go ahead and teach people things that may not be popular.
Yeah.
And I don't care if people like bash me or whatever. Like it actually fuels me even more so to go ahead and teach others. And I think it's a wonderful space that we are in. And it's definitely been a blessing to go ahead and teach others, and having so many people follow us and look up to us. But then there is a responsibility on our side that we need to be.
We take that so seriously, and for me, that's why watching these. We just watched a video about Dave Ramsey's right before this video, and honestly, it was pretty triggering for me. Like, it put me in a mood just hearing someone who has the platform that he does speak so boldly about something, Bitcoin or cryptocurrencies, that he obviously has so little knowledge about, and he spent so little effort into learning anything about it before providing that opinion. It's really sad, and that's why I think you think he's a wolf in sheep's clothing.
Yeah, and I'd like to correct all of that. Like it's been one of my goals in life, not even financial goals. Like, I would do it for free, just go ahead and speak at churches or whatever.
Yeah,
and
you've
go,
been
hey,
saying that since I met him.
No, you do not want to listen to these people. They're just wolves, and you're leading your flock the wrong way. So yeah, this is just one of my things that I've always wanted to do, and I figure I'll share it with you guys. Anyways. Yeah.
So, I mean, obviously being a Christian, it's going to shape everything in our life, how our outlook, our long-term outlook of life, obviously if you don't think there's anything beyond this, you're going to be making decisions a little bit differently, I think, and just in general, living life differently. And so that's always been a motivating factor for me, and to be...
I should also say, I didn't grow up a Christian at all. I didn't. I learned about it. I tried to disprove Jesus, and I learned that I couldn't. And so it's not something I just grew up with, you know what I mean? I grew up with a lot of different faiths around me. I actually grew up Jewish. And so I love questioning things. I love researching, and I'm a facts-based guy. I love facts. I'm not very much an emotional person. So, this is kind of what led me to my faith. And when I figured that out, I have a purpose, and part of this YouTube channel and everything is my purpose. Yeah. And I have a duty to really, be faithful to this. Yeah. And that's just one of the
Oh, yeah.
It's really great to actually find your purpose in life and actually pursue it. Like I have many purposes, like I have many passions in life, and it's great that God's given me a platform for each and every one of them. So yeah, one of them's big wave surfing.
Yeah, if you guys didn't know, Toby
if you want to
surfs really big waves, like 60-foot waves, 65-foot waves in Nazaré, Portugal. Check him
Anyways.
out. Google Toby Cunningham. Okay, so that's a little bit peek into our life and our mindset. And I'm glad that actually, I do have to say this, that Toby was brave enough to put it out there that he was a Christian in his renouncement video. I think that's when you first referenced it. Because for me, being a Christian in a world where it is so heavily denied and made fun of, it's hard for me to put myself out there. And actually on Instagram, I did a post and I shared a Bible verse with it and thinking, oh, I'm going to get so much hate. No one's going to like it. So many people appreciated putting it out there. So I'm really glad that you asked this question. And also there's a couple people also who wanted to know the answer to this too. So it's really refreshing and encouraging to know that there's other people who recognize it and who value their faith.
Definitely.
And
actually, to end this, the guy that got me into Bitcoin, Christian.
Yeah.
His name is Brother John F. I don't really know his
That's his YouTube.
real name.
He's got a YouTube.
I've always wanted to meet the guy.
Yeah.
Just wanted to say thanks for giving me the opportunity.
Yeah. So Brother John, if you're watching.
Yeah, for sure.
Thanks. Okay, that's going to wrap it up for today's episode. Thank you all who tuned in. If you appreciate this video, we appreciate it if you hit the like button and hit subscribe to get videos of our AMA series, tutorials. A lot of different content is coming out every day. So if you'd like to get that content, hit subscribe with a bell notification, and we'll see you again real soon.
Stay disobedient. Don't follow the sheep. Follow Jesus instead. Bye.
Bye, guys.